Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly Warrior Preview. We're back.
Hey, forget 2020. Let's just call it 2021.
2021 is what it's going to be.
Hey, yes. That's what season one. But no, hey, new protocols in place. We're going to go over that. We got both coaches this time. We got Vince Pitts.
We got players. We're going to mention some volleyball information. We are jam-packed, and I cannot believe we're starting the season off like this. I was a little scared it wasn't going to happen,
right,
like everybody else.
All right.
But here we are, got a little distance between us, but we're going to make this work all
Thank
season.
Goodness.
Hey, that's not very nice.
That's right, but we got a new sponsor.
Hey, that's exciting, though.
I want to tell you about Envirosol. Listen, Envirosol's been around since 2007 in Alabaster. They've been doing commercial in churches and all that, but one of the things they do, this new process, and basically they're a COVID-19 killer. And they can come into your house now, do a little process in a couple of hours, make it very affordable so you can start to battle the mold and mildew and viruses that may be coming into your house. So we're going to be talking more about them. You can go to myenvirosol.com, myenvirosol.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back with all this stuff that Donette told you right after this.
Botox and Dysport are injectable proteins, and they help relax the facial muscles. Most patients ask, when can we expect this to be visible? It's usually 3 to 7 days after the injections, and it usually lasts between 3 and 6 months.
Go Warriors!
Welcome back to the weekly Warrior Preview. We're getting ready for the first game.
Yep.
We're half capacity or 20% or whatever the numbers are. We can't have a full house, but you can still see us, and we have some new ways this year.
That's right. The NFHS Network, which we've talked about for 2 or 3 years now on this show, about the ways to watch this game. Guess what, folks? You can watch it on Roku now. So if you got a Roku TV or Fire Stick, you can actually watch it from the living room. You don't have to stream it on your computer. Just a huge announcement. So go to warriornationnetwork.org. That's where you can go. It'll have a link there to the NFHS network, and it'll ask you which school would you like to support. It's $69 for the whole year. You can watch all the games, okay, from your living room on TV. So if you can't get access to the stadium, we'll have you covered. Donette will be on the sideline. Seth will be sitting next to me doing color, and I'll do play-by-play, and we'll have all of the THS cameras at the stadium. We'll have different shots, replays. Who knows? We might even send you up in a drone or a helicopter or something.
I'll go. I mean, I've done worse.
That's right.
Even if you don't want to pay for the whole year, you can pay for like a month subscription.
Yeah, $10 for a month. And listen, that's not just Thompson. So while you're on the NFHS network, you watch any game in the country, high school game. So what a deal. $69. The school gets a good chunk of that, so it basically goes right back to the school, and you get to watch the game all year. And not just the game, you watch everything all year. So anything that's on the NFHS network, whether it be volleyball, which just is about to start here today, whether it be upcoming baseball, basketball, all those sports will be on the NFHS network.
I'll tell you one player that I want to see for football and basketball is Tre Roberson. And Tre made a huge announcement a couple weeks ago. He is committed to Army.
Isn't that great?
It's amazing. I talked to his dad. It's a dream come true for him.
Right.
So I felt like, who better to start our show off this year for the season than Tre Roberson? So Tre, we appreciate you joining us. I know game week is kind of tense, especially the first game, but you had a big announcement a couple weeks ago.
Yes,
you committed to Army.
Yes, ma'am.
I talked to your dad, and he said that was a dream of yours to go there. Why Army?
I just feel like for me, it was just the right decision, right place for me, academically and athletically, just to take it to the next step for me, even after college in the world, just to be great.
Is the Army or service something you see in your future?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What do you want to do in the service?
Right now, I'm more engineering type. That's what I want to go into, so build bridges over wherever they need them, so just something like that.
How long has that been a dream of yours to kind of want to serve our country?
It's always been a dream. I love my country. I love what it stands for, and just be able to represent what it is out in the world. It'd just be an honor.
You know, I told you earlier, I've known your dad for a while, so I called him to kind of get a little insight on you, and I wanted to know about inspiration for you, and he told me to ask you about Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah. My granddad, that's my diehard. That man, he's so inspirational. He's always been there in my life. He's just been a big impact, and pretty much I do everything for him. And when I need some a little talk, I call him. He'll make me happy all over again.
Can you think about one of those times where you've had to call him to kind of get some words of advice or inspiration?
I'd probably say probably come in his command. I had to talk to him about it, see what he would think, and he was just like, "Stay calm, don't be stressed about it. God has a plan for you."
Exactly, and I heard you're named after him as well, so you get to carry on his namesake. That's awesome too. And now, we talk about you. We've seen you on the field. You know, you do basketball and football. How do you train for both sports when you've got basketball tryouts coming up? You know, have that going on plus football. How do you keep that balanced?
It's tough. I can say that being a two-sport athlete, but I try and balance it as much as I can. When I'm not working on football, I'm working on basketball. When I'm not working on basketball, I'm working on football. But it's tough. I can say that.
Will we see you playing basketball after high school, do you think?
After high school, I'll probably stick to football. We'll see. Depends what's coming up next for me.
Coming up next, behind you, you have a sister.
Yes.
She's in 6th grade.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your sister.
My little sister Ava, she is a beast on the court. I'm telling you,
That's what I've heard.
She's a big man that could do it wherever you need her. Block shots, get rebounds. She's a hustle type player, and she likes to get after it. So she has a bright side ahead of her.
Do you think she could beat you on the court? A little one-on-one?
I say give her a couple years, maybe she'll be able to do that.
Well, Tre, I appreciate you joining us for Game Week. You know, and it's always, like I said, a busy time, and we just want to take a second just to kind of get to know you a little bit away from the stats and the field. So thanks so much, and good luck Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you.
What a great young man, but just one of many, Donette. I mean, this whole team is just loaded with guys like that. You got another one, too.
I do. And what's so funny, Jeremiah Alexander was best friends with Sawyer Pate.
All right.
Sawyer's at Auburn. Jeremiah's committed to Alabama. So I had to find out, is that causing some tension with that friendship? Jeremiah, thank you so much for joining us. You know, it's game week and the season starts, and when you start seeing these polls come out, you're ranked in the top 10 for the class of 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
You see your name in those numbers. Does that drive you to kind of want to get higher up, or what does that make you feel when you see your name there next to that?
First off, I just want to thank God for putting me in the position to be where I am today, and of course it drives me because like I don't want to end up dropping down in the rankings, but yes, it's always my goal to be number one. So yes, ma'am, it's just a drive.
You know, you made me jump ahead because I talked to your mom earlier. You mentioned, and she told me on the phone that she tells you every time to thank God first in every interview.
Yes,
she also told me that your dad and you have a little pregame thing.
Yes, ma'am.
He comes to school before away games and tries to find you.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you guys been doing that?
We've been doing this since my freshman year. He'll try to find me, like whether we're coming out before the game or before we come out, and we'll say a quick prayer before the game. And if he can't make it, then he'll call me over the phone and we'll say the prayer. So it's a special moment for me and my dad.
Well, we talked a little bit, you know, your dad's been a key influence in you, in your sports and athletic career. And I have a 13-year-old, and we're talking about how it's hard at that age to get off the video games.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what is going now, don't you? And go run those hill sprints and everything else.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking back at that.
Well, my dad has always told me that either you can sit on your butt and be lazy, or you can go out and be great. And so, like, ever since day one, my dad pushed me. Like, days I didn't want to work out, he would still, like, I wouldn't say force me, but he would tell me to come and work out. So he's always been a key of why I am who I am.
It's kind of paid off. You're an Alabama commit, and I know you got to do some work with a former Alabama player, a friend of mine, Chris Rogers, with his TAP Foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
For those who don't know what the foundation is and what you guys did, tell us a little bit about that.
Basically, we gave free food away, and like it was a lot of people out there, big boxes and stuff, and we were out there for a couple hours and just giving back to the community because not a lot of people are as grateful as we are, so we were just giving back to the community.
Chris has always been good about doing that, and that foundation's a great organization for our young athletes. Now, one thing too, Alabama commit. I know you and Sawyer Pate are really good friends.
Yes, ma'am.
He's at Auburn.
Yes, ma'am.
How is that with that friendship now?
Well, it's football. I've been playing football before I've known Sawyer, so like on the field, we're not friends, but off the field, we can be the bestest friends.
Do you think you guys will wind up facing each other on the field?
Yes, ma'am.
Bring back some old memories?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think is one thing we need to see from you? I know you kind of get played around on the field in different positions. Where do you think we'll see you the most this season?
Inside linebacker.
Is that your favorite spot to play?
Yes, ma'am. More comfortable.
Well, I look forward to seeing you in that position and anything else that you play this season, and look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You can find out a whole lot more about Jeremiah Alexander. He is on the cover of Shelby Football.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's fantastic. He's been on a lot of size too. Muscle. He's been training hard, so it's going to be so much fun to watch him and the rest of the team this season.
That's right. You mentioned the rest of the team. We got a lot coming back. We got a lot of great guys that we're going to interview this year. You are, and I just can't wait to get into it.
Jerry's going to get into this game and a whole lot more, but first, a quick break. Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. And Jerry, football is not the only sport getting going right now.
No, we got volleyball, and
Yes.
that means Judy Green.
I love Judy.
I know everybody loves Judy. You're not breathing if you don't like Judy Green.
I agree. And this year, these ladies, they've put in some work. They've done some creative things over the summer to kind of do their team building and everything else. So I think you're going to see that team building on the court. One person to watch, Kelsey Tangle. We're going to have some interviews with her this season as well. So get out, check out our women's volleyball team, and support Thompson in every way possible.
That's right. Hey, let's talk about football.
Let's talk about football.
All
The
right,
last
Oxford.
time.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut
Oxford.
you off there. I get
Go
excited
ahead.
about this little fact. I did
Go.
homework.
Go.
The last time Thompson and Oxford met,
Right.
38 years ago.
Yeah, that would have been whatever.
Whatever it was.
1980 something.
1982. And that was the championship that Thompson won before last year.
How about that, folks?
Yeah.
Tell me she didn't do her
I
homework.
do my homework.
All right, Oxford Yellow Jackets, coached by Keith Etheridge. He's won numerous state championships.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in here with this team. He won last year at Oxford, 6A state champions. That's what makes this a premier game in the state. They stepped up to play us, 7A state champion. This is, every news media in the state's going to be here. It's the most covered game. We'll be excited to call it on the Warrior Nation Network.
We're going to have a new look too on the field just a little bit. We've got a new quarterback.
Right?
Tell us a little bit about Connor Harrell. What do you know about him?
Well, he's a great athlete. He's smart. He can run the offense. Of course, we've also got Cade Golden, who is a great pocket passer. So he's going to see some playing time as well. Receiving core is outstanding. And, of course, everybody's talking about our defense. And we can't just break down every person, every play right now, but we're going to as we go through the year. You'll meet these young men. And but we're loaded. And we got a great coach, and I expect us to be right there with everybody when the end of the season.
You mentioned our coach and mentioned Keith, who went from Leeds, and I always loved talking to him because he would always send you a thank you card every year at the end of the season from Leeds.
Right.
But him and Freeman, they're friends.
Oh, they are friends. Yeah,
I know you had a chance to talk to both of them.
I did. We went over to Oxford and actually talked to Coach Etheridge.
Coach, we come in right off the bat, first game of the season. Some schools would argue with this statement, but these two schools wouldn't. This is a premier matchup in the state to kick the season off.
I think so. I think we got a great group of guys. I know that Mark's got a great group of guys over at Thompson. I think this is going to be a great football game, and you get to gauge, see what you have from the start. I know we bit off a lot. Schedule them that first game, but my thing is this: I want to play a great team. I know that Thompson's got a great football team. They got a great tradition. Mark does a fabulous job wherever he's at. So, we want to play the best so we can sort of gauge and see where we're at.
And then also, too, the proceeds go to help Children's Hospital in Birmingham. Couldn't be for a better cause. The Go Bowl and T-shirts are available so people can do that. All kinds of ways you can contribute, but also not just the marquee matchup, but the marquee donation, or however you want to say it, to the Children's Hospital.
Absolutely. You couldn't have a better group of folks to give it to, for a better cause, and I think it's great for our kids to get to do something to help others, and that's what it's all about. I say all the time, it's about the relationships you form, it's about the people you can help, and it teaches our kids to do that once they get out of high school.
All right, so obviously you've won state championships, played on big venues all over the state. We all know that. But Thompson High School, new facility. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's quite impressive.
Absolutely. We've seen it. We've actually toured it. You know, we've got some things we're thinking about doing over here. You know, we got some things that they're thinking about getting going here. So we've actually looked at their facilities, and I've talked to Mark a couple times, and you know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful over there. Our kids get an opportunity to go over there and play the number 1 7A team, and you know, we're excited. You know, we're excited to go over there and compete, and you know, just keeping everybody healthy and want to get over there and you know, get out of there and learn some things about our team and just get better.
Coach Keith Etheridge, the Oxford High School coach, thanks so much for taking time joining us.
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate y'all coming.
Thanks.
Well, you can see why he's a successful coach, but I tell you what, that's the first visiting coach we've ever had on the show, so that's enough. I mean, he's great. He's a 6A state champion, so we gave him a little airtime, but we got the best coach in the state.
Me too.
Mark Freeman, and as always, he'll be joining us every week right here on the Weekly Warrior Preview, and here's what he had to say about kicking off the season.
Well, Coach, it sounds good to say defending 7A state champs to start this year, but that's last year. This is this year. I give you two things to talk about, your choice. We can either talk about COVID-19 or football. Which one you want to talk about?
Football.
Let's do it. Let's talk about this year's team. Some changes, but a lot of good changes. I know you're excited.
We are, and you know, obviously, let's touch on the COVID deal. We're blessed to be here, and I couldn't be more proud of our from our trainers to our players, our coaches. We had 3 or 4 cases, a couple coaches before 4th of July. Took a break there at the end of June, and we've come back. And man, we've really been blessed. Since we've been back, everything's been great. The kids' attitude is great. So we're looking forward to getting to play again. Seems like just yesterday we're doing this, going to play for the state championship last year.
Right.
So all that time and all, you know, life passes so fast. It's like we told the kids, take advantage of every opportunity and be grateful that they're getting to play this week.
All right, let's talk about offense first for just a minute. A few changes there. Obviously, the quarterback situation is a little different this year. We lost Sawyer. And of course, it seems like every year you got a new quarterback, so it's time to bring in another one.
It is, and you know, with the things we do, I put a lot on that quarterback. And the years that we're really good, that position is also good, and we put them in a situation to be good. It takes a little bit of extra time, preparation, and all that. And then what we try to do when we're young and inexperienced at quarterback like we are, is I've got to get them in a situation in the game to do the things they do good. So the first 2 weeks we might not have a lot of our, you know, stuff week 7, 8, or 9, because I want them to have a chance to be successful, and at least when we snap it, know what they're looking for. So, you know, we've got a little bit in to go into Oxford and then Sparkman, and then that next week we start hitting T County, and so by then hopefully we'll have an idea of what we can do at that position.
All right, switch over to defense just a minute. We all know Jeremiah Alexander. He's been on the cover of magazines and all that, but he's just one of 11, and the whole team defense playing together so far.
Defense has got a chance to be really good. We lost Ubo and Montage Cook off that defensive front, and down the stretch last year, our defensive line played really good. Defense played their best 2 games of the year, the Hoover game and Central Phoenix City last year. It enabled us on offense to win the game in state championship. We were getting off the field on 3rd down. I think we were like 9 out of 10 or something on 3rd down, and so play defense, and it gave us a chance to really do on offense what we wanted to do. And so coming back this year, a lot of them are back. Peter Woods is one of the best I've ever seen, and we move him around some. And then our 2 ends, we got 2 guys, and a lot of times they're real long guys, Greg Green and Kobe Stewart. And so, you know, I think that we got a chance to be pretty good on defense. We just got to get off the field again, 3rd down.
All right, Go Bowl, 2nd annual. Proceeds go to Children's Hospital. That's always great, so we appreciate that. But Keith Etheridge is bringing the 6A state champs in here. They know how to play football.
Oh, they do, and you know, you say 6A, 7A, they probably have as many players on their team as we do. And Keith and I go way back. We've been friends a long time, and you know, I think he wants to play somebody that can be pretty good. His region, you know, he's in a region that they should be successful in that region. So he's bookends us at first and Central Phoenix City at the end. And
Right.
so I believe in the same thing. I believe that if you can play somebody early that you can see a good football team, I think that's how you get better as opposed to playing somebody weak in that first game. You know, we've always tried to find a really good team to play that first week, and this will be great. And, you know, we'll wake up Sunday morning, there'll be a winner and a loser, and then we got to turn around on a short week and get ready for Sparkman, which is 7-8 school, and then take those collective days and see how good we can be going into T County.
You know, one thing about playing a team like Oxford and coached by Keith Etheridge, their class, they're respectful. It's just a great privilege to play a well-coached team like that too.
Well, it is, and they got a lot of good athletes. They got the things that you really worry about defending. They got a 6'3", 220 receiver that can jump out of the gym. They're going to probably play the really good corner at running back some. And they got really good athletes. Team speed's great. They're really good on defense. Chad does a good job over there on defense. Keith does defense too. And so they're sound everywhere. So, you know, you're not going to sneak nothing by them. And at the end of the day, we want to line up and we want to play that game, get out of it healthy, injury-free and sickness-free, and build for the next week.
All right, last comment, Coach. We've been doing this 2 years now. I don't know how many games. We don't know how the future holds, but 14, I think, if we play them all to the state champion. I'll be here for 14 straight weeks, if you will. Fair enough?
We're good, man. I'm blessed to be here.
Go Warriors.
Thank you.
Thanks as always to Coach Mark Freeman. We look forward to a great year. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have Athletics Director Vince Pitts. We'll be back right after this.
Shelby Fence Company is a local family-owned business serving Shelby County and surrounding areas since 1989. You can count on our team of highly experienced installers to give you quality products, expert installation, and friendly customer service. For your next fence project, remember Shelby Fence Company in Alabaster.
I'm joined now by Vince Pitts, the athletic director of Thompson High School. Well, it's been a summer off, Coach, but here we are.
Yeah, so you say, Jerry, a summer off.
That's right.
So.
Time to get back at it, and we kick off with the biggest game in the state. No doubt about that. Everybody in the state's been calling us, talking to us about it. Go, Go, Bowl, which I understand you named that, so we appreciate you doing that. Go, 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 Bowl. But it's to benefit Children's Hospital, and I know there's a lot of things going on this Saturday.
Sure. It'll be our second annual Go Gold Bowl, and it'll be benefiting childhood cancer awareness. And right now we're raising money for the Elaine Roberts Foundation and Children's Hospital of Alabama. Last year we were able to donate over $8,000 between the two charities. Wow. And we're hoping to do something similar this year. We'll continue to raise money throughout the month of September. You can donate by visiting the local Full Moon restaurant in Alabaster. You can make a donation there. Or you can go to warrior-foundation.org and you can choose to make a donation online. And we appreciate everyone's support of our second annual Go Gold Bowl.
I know I was in Full Moon the other day eating lunch, and you can even take a snapshot of the logo, and it will take you on your phone, make it real easy to do.
If you don't have cash, I know a lot of people aren't dealing in cash right now, so we've put QR codes up around the restaurant, and if you scan that with your phone, you can make a donation online as well.
Okay, let's talk about the stadium this year. New protocols, COVID-19 is here.
Sure.
What's going to happen there?
Well, our goal is to make it seem as normal as possible. Unfortunately, we've got the biggest game in the state coming up this Saturday. Unfortunately, we have the biggest game in the state coming up this Saturday. And so it's a hot ticket, and, tickets are hard to come by, and that's because we've had to limit our capacity. And so we're managing through that. There's no playbook for this, but we're doing our best to figure out how to best accommodate everybody that we can. We can't accommodate everybody, but the people that have tickets that come to the game, we're going to do our best to accommodate them, and hopefully they won't notice too many different things.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Let's have a good year. Might as well go ahead and win another state championship. What do you think?
Well, absolutely. That's why we need to play. We need to play because we're going to win another state championship.
That's right. Okay, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
You know, Jerry, it's always good to have Pitts on the show to kind of start the season off, especially this year. We have some changes in the stadium. So, you know, take your cell phone with you. If you're going to get tickets, if it's not sold out, you use the little cell phone QR code. I'm not really sure how to do that thing.
Right.
I'm going to learn how, but my kids can show me.
Right.
And you can buy your tickets right there at the gate. But we will be there. And if you're not at the game, you can still hear us.
All right, listen, we started out by telling you how to do it. You can go to warriornationnetwork.org. It has listen for free, or you can sign up for a subscription on the NFHS network and watch it on your tablet, your computer, and now this year on Roku, so you can watch it in the comfort of your living room. So it's a lot of options there. We'll be talking about more about that as we continue.
We're going to walk you guys through it and make sure you don't miss any of the games as Thompson takes on this season. Going to look a little different, but we're going to be here the whole way, and we will see you Saturday at Warrior Stadium.